What's up, YouTubers? GX Dad, getting ready to make a new video for you. Today I'm going to install the Lil B off-road bumper on the front of the GX. As you can see, I'm missing a bumper, so had a little incident in the mountain snow roading. I'll show you a little clip of that right now. Well, this is what happens when you're in a rut and then all of a sudden the wheels catch grip rocks and throw you into a tree on the other side. Ouch. Couple things that I'll show you on the what I'm about to do. You can see I've already got the bumper taken off. I made a video taking the bumper off so I could replace the headlights, because in the original fender bender I took out this headlight, and you can see the original bumper is bent, or at least the metal bracket is bent back. So come to the back and I'll show you what we're gonna do. Here's the Lil B bumper, off-road bumper. I just picked it up today from Pine, Colorado. I've got a couple buddies coming over to help me out. So once we get it out of the GX, I'll show you a little bit more of the bumper and then walk you through how to install it. Yeah. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and walk you through some of the initial steps before my friends get over so we can finish installing the bumper. So once again, I got the Lil B off-road bumper for the GX470. So the first step I've already did in a previous video, where I essentially took off the entire plastic bumper, and then there was a metal brace that went across that helped hold the bumper in place. Actually, I'm gonna pop the hood so I can show you more. I got the hood opened. So I'll walk you through a couple things just to finish what I was saying. There used to be a metal bracket that went across here, so I took that off previously. There are a couple leftover pieces to the bracket that held the bumper in place before. So you can see this right here. It does stick out. It's kind of welded to the other part of the frame there. So I'm going to take a Sawzall or another metal saw and just cut this right here. Down here, these metal brackets, it's better to keep this in place to help continue to hold your headlight sturdy. But it did stick out probably about that far, so you can see I just used the metal blade on a Sawzall to cut that off. So a couple other steps or items that need to prep before getting the bumper on here. So on the side here, there's this plastic connection piece that helps hold the bumper on before. So essentially you just cut that off right there. And then on the side, this black piece that also helped hold the bumper on, looks like a screw inside there that I'll take off, so this entire black piece will come off. And then these two little nubs that stick out, you want to cut them off, but don't cut them off too much, because they do help to hold this front panel on. So when you cut them, you can kind of see right here there's a little notch. So you just kind of cut down across like this, so you can cut the end piece off, but still leave the back part of it on there to hold the panel in place. Same thing with this one, cut that one off. And then here you've got, I guess this is probably aluminum, where this was helping to hold the metal frame that was holding the headlights and bumper on. So this part you essentially are just going to cut right off like this. So kind of up and diagonal and then up. That moves this out of the way so the bumper can fit in place better. A couple other steps. So what we're going to do is take off these nuts from these bolts. The bumper does come with a more heavy-duty metal plate that you can cut off this plate and then weld the more heavy-duty plate if you are going to use a winch and do any type of heavy winching. For today, I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to do the side bracket or side brace. So when I did pick it up, they did suggest still cutting off the tips of these bolts, and that just helps the bumper slide in place better. So we'll see how that goes here in a little bit. But the side bracket, you can see there's a couple holes here. So once we get the bumper out and get that mounting plate together, I'll walk you through how we connect it there. But that's about it. So once we get these nuts off, take off the remaining metal part of the bumper, do all the cutting, and it's gonna slide into place super easy with no issues. All right, so this black middle piece, it just had a screw that I took out, but when I took it out, I realized this is also, I don't know if you can see that or not, kind of a good way to keep this panel on or keep it on tighter. So I've got these black plastic snap ends. So the thick ones I have work perfect. Basically fit it right in there and then just push it in place. So now the panel is much tighter in place there. All right, safety first. Got the safety goggles on. Got the Dremel tool. I think I should be able to cut a couple of the smaller pieces off with the Dremel. And then my buddy's coming over with a grinder saw to do the bigger stuff. So let's see if this works. Oh yeah. Super easy. Nice little cut there. We got extra help. We got Mike. He's gonna start working on the I guess the nuts there off these bolts. It's a 14 millimeter. I sprayed WD-40 on them earlier. Try to loosen them up a little bit. Yeah, it seems like it's moving. Yeah, there we go. All right, Muscle Man Mike took all the nuts off the bolts. So now we're gonna hopefully just slide this old bumper right off. Oh yeah. All right, the old bumper is officially off. You can see basically just slid off of those bolts. So the new bumper, I'm pretty sure there's going to be like an attachment plate that goes there. So we got the new bumper out. Unwrap some of the attachments just to see exactly how to do this. They did tell me that these are the big plates if I wanted to cut the old plates off and have these welded on to make it more heavy duty for using a winch. But I'll take this apart and see what's inside here, and I believe these are the plates to help us attach it to that side part of the metal frame. All right, Mikey's gonna make the cut on the metal bracket here. Yep, it's working. Sweet. Nice cut. Yeah, this way you still have the attachment part here to keep the headlight sturdy. Okay. All right, so now the next cut's gonna be cutting these little nubbies off. All right, Cut Master Mike. Gonna cut these nubs off. Seems like cutting it about halfway through the nub is gonna make sense. pretty good.
Yeah, I think that might do it.
All right, so we figured out how to attach the bumper with the side plate. So basically we're gonna put the bumper back in place and it's going to fit right onto these bolts. And then after the bumper goes on, then you put the side plate, so that way this hole lines up better for the big bolt that's going to go right there. And essentially the old nuts that we took off, we'll just use those same nuts and bolt it back into place. All right, so you can see we got the bumper on and realized it seems to be better to screw in the bottom bolt and the bracket first before you tighten up the other nuts that attach the bumper to the frame. Mitch, he's helping out. Comes to at the last minute after Mike and I do all the hard work. Just
Pretty
kidding.
much.
Just kidding.
Brings the muscle at the end.
So we now have all the bolts and nuts tightened. So it looks like the last step is this, to tighten these bolts here. This way you can adjust how close how tight the metal bumper goes up against the headlights. Looking good, baby, looking good.
This one. What are we hitting here?
Yeah, I think that's,
This might be
well, this one needs to go further back, I
right.
believe.
It's a little pinched. There we go. I can get it like this.
I think that's about as good as it's gonna be. All right, final product. Got it on there. Looks awesome. Yeah, nice and tight. Really wasn't that hard of a project. The windshield washer fluid containers semi-exposed, so might deal with that in the future. And then I want to get some nice rings to hang off of here. That should look cool. Pretty tight. All right, finished project. Got the bumper on. Looks good. Nice and solid. Yeah. Let's go off-roading.